combat mode.
Hey chat, how you doing? Get the music going. Get the music going. Hey LTs, and I see you over on Twitch as always. Appreciate you. Hey Metal Wolf, Nerdle, Chaos, Bloom Boy, Zephio, Mason. Yo, Mason, good to see you, man. Dude, your number 11 on 11/11 was iconic, man. Super well done picking November 11th to get that one to come out. I love my burb. He is great. Hey. When I think DLC is going to coming out, I don't know. Yeah, I know. I saw how much you were rushing on your based on your posts. But I'm glad you got it done though. It looks absolutely sick. In fact, while I'm out of here, let me pull it up real quick. I can show off your goodness. It's absolutely gorgeous. Here. Look at this chat. Look at this nonsense. Look at it. It's so pretty. Look at it. That is so well done, Mason. And he, by the way, chat, he released this on November 11th. So count one, rank 11. You only go higher ones if you had, because I have more ones. Yeah, and he released it on 11/11. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Here, I'll link everyone to it. Oh, it's so good. Oh man, it's great. He has a 60-day live period. So he gets vaulted on 111. Amazing. Oh, the memes are too rich. All right, chat. So let's get into this a little bit here. So as you probably saw, we have the community tier list here. And the idea is that people would go in, rank all the games, and we ended up with 526 participants, a total of 4,285 votes. That doesn't break down to being an even number of votes for the number of games available. But I talked to some people who messaged me and said they didn't vote for a game if they didn't play it. They just left it. They left it off the tier list entirely. They didn't vote for it at all because they just skipped it because they hadn't played the game before, which I respect and appreciate. You also notice my camera's a little bit different because I have my not as good a one today. I'm leaving my OBSBot camera for when I do the machine sidebox thing after this. So here's my plan. With 526 people voting, what you can see right now is my tier list I made, essentially, basically replicating what I had before. So we're gonna look at most votes first, and then to understand how most votes work in this tier list. It means that game specifically received the most votes in that particular ranking or tier. So if it shows up in that letter, the further it is to the left, the even more votes it got. So essentially, it's basically ranking it based on how many people placed it specifically in that tier. That's what this means. All right. So for most votes, we have, whoa. Okay, so And I mentioned before too, B tier is where it starts, so we don't go below B tier. I don't think any Armored Core personally is below B tier. But Ninebreaker coming in strong at a solid B. I am not shocked by this result. A lot of people are not fans of Ninebreaker. I know from a PvP perspective, I know some people like it more than like Last Raven. But it's not... As a complete packaged game, Ninebreaker does leave some wanting. It's one of the lower ranked ones on my list too. Honestly, someone mentioned the other day, and I didn't think about it till just the other day when I was doing this last week. If it wouldn't have been called Ninebreaker, and this would have been called something else. If it just would have been called something other than Ninebreaker, that might have made a difference. Like Armored Core VR Training or Armored Core Virtual Arena or something along those lines, where it had the better impact. But the fact that it was called Ninebreaker, I think is a good point someone brought up last week, is great. Armored Core Trainer Breaker. Oh, hey, Chang. Welcome in, Chang. Yeah, like, I think that actually, I think that may have hard when people saw the announcement and saw stuff, they saw that and everything else was like, oh gosh, Nine Ball's back, and then we got what we got, and it just, I think I put a lot of people off for that reason. All right. That also, what kind of surprises me, because there's enough people who love Formula Front. I mean, there's some uber Formula Front fanboys out there. To be Formula Front be relegated to B+, I'm a little bit surprised. Ninebreaker would have been a perfect opportunity for a second disc of content. Probably should have had the Revolution disc instead of Nexus. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I could. Yeah, exactly. Disappointment. Yeah. But yeah, I'm surprised Formula Front's as low as it is. I would have thought for sure would have made it an A rank. A lot of people really love this game. By the way, this is the most votes. It's not the average. The average is the true list. That means Ninebreaker received the most votes in B. Formula Front for total most votes, it applied the most votes in B+. Up, Genie. I'm doing good. How about you? So the most votes the most votes it got placed in was in B+ for Formula Front. The most votes that 5 got voted for. What's up, Nesto? See you over there on Twitch. 5 received the most votes in the A category. That's interesting. That is interesting. So here's a good example, by the way. See here's Project Phantasma. It received the most votes here in A+ of all the categories, 20% of all votes. Rank Plus, which is why it's in the A+ category for most votes. I've got your back, buddy. Hey, Big Rigs. Big Rigs, you've been way too kind lately.
I love 6 hashtags out of nowhere confirms big happening at Vega. If not, I am deep sea fishing forever.
And with the pun, with the lyric, AC Music lyric pun. Yo, Big Rigs, thank you so much for the 5, man. I really do appreciate it. Yeah. AC Buddha getting the I love Armored Core stuff, and dude, like even some of the Twitch posts have been insane. Like the clicks and reviews, some of the things I've seen people post online has been amazing. Look, your cat verdict day is an S. It makes me a happy man. You know, I'm not saying it doesn't deserve it to be there. I know a lot of people really love Verdict Day. Like a lot of people do. A lot of people really learn to love it. They didn't like it in the first place. They learned to love it eventually. Yeah, so 5 got placed in A. 4 in A+, I'm not shocked at per se. Like if you saw my personal list, I actually kind of like 4A better than 4A. But what they have with the 5 and Ninebreaker being constantly ranked below is story related. Story is not always amazing. But AC, it was important to tie everything together. Ninebreaker doesn't have a story. You know, that's probably true. Yeah, if it does technically have a story, but it's not a lot. That's actually a really good point. And actually, honestly, that's a great point in general. So I brought this up to someone the other day and I was talking to them. I was like, look, I think so many, especially a lot of Armored Core old heads, You know, I definitely categorize myself as an Armored Core old head for sure. I think a lot of Armored Core old heads view Armored Core almost purely from a PvP standpoint. They think about it only from a PvP standpoint, nothing else. And I'm not saying all of them do, but a lot do. And so I think it's like, I think because that's the way people rank it sometimes, it affects the way people like look at games. And with that especially, like that's why Ninebreaker, you've seen a lot of Ninebreaker like love lately, because people like the PvP in it sometimes more than Last Raven. Even though it's not the most recent one of that generation. But I think a lot of people view Armored Core from a purely PvP lens. And because of that, they miss out on the fact that yeah, AC is a complex beast. Exactly. That's my point. You're surprised Last Raven is so high up? I'm not, dude. Dude, in the Midwest, we flippin' loved Last Raven. I still love Last Raven. Like, Last Raven was like pinnacle AC in the Midwest community. We flippin' loved Last Raven. But a lot of other people do too. And honestly, like I said, as a complete package, the only game that rivals Last Raven, in my opinion, is Silent Line. Silent Line might be a little bit better complete package than Last Raven. Like, I feel like Last Raven is such a complete game. I'm an old head and look at both sides of it now. If it's me and my best friend, we'll do PvP against each other. Well, of course, you're going to play with someone else. You're going to do PvP. That's what you do. That's what you do. When you're playing AC with someone else, you're doing PvP, of course. From a design, music, and story standpoint myself, yeah, I know, Gene, exactly. I know a lot of people do that. I know a ton of people who were introduced to AC just because of the music. Because of Kota Hoshinu's music, they found Armored Core. That's the only reason they even found it, was because of the music. Yeah, the artificial difficulty is, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. That's also something that kind of holds Last Raven back a little bit to me too, is the music. One of the weaker entries in the series. Yeah, so as far as I think the absolute most complete package you can possibly get is probably going to be Silent Line. Yeah, but I think that's Last Raven's hype as it is. Oh yeah, you'll be streaming the VGA. My plan is to stream the Video Game Awards. Now, full transparency. Full transparency. My daughter's in the middle. Will be starting basketball playoffs in a couple weeks. Her team is currently ranked 1 in their region. They have beaten all their regional opponents by 20 or more points. And even their sectional opponent to make it to state, they beat them by 15. So they're going to state. Almost guaranteed, barring crazy illness, crazy sickness, crazy injuries, something crazy happening. Like team gets on fire and just shoots the lights out, that kind of thing, right? So that the state, which is to decide the championship game and the third place game, happens the Saturday before the VGA Awards, the Video Game Awards. That's fine. But if they make it past that stage, the state championship is the exact same night at the exact same time as the Video Game Awards. So if my daughter's playing in state championship, I will not be streaming it. It's not going to happen. As much as I want to be there to watch it and see it live and react with all the rest of you, especially if something Armored Core related gets announced, if my daughter's playing in the state championship, I got to go to that game. Kind of need to. AC7 reveal at the basketball tournament, problem solved. Maybe I'll hook up like a webcam and I'll just, with the headphones, that's me watching it and just like streaming from my phone. The choice is clear. Yeah, Griffin. Yeah, I'm a dad of 3. That comes first. Suck at anything Nexus or Gen 5, I think, and deserve the S tiers. Yeah, I mean, people could appreciate the games for what they are. It's like I often do. That's why I started beats here for these things. All right, anyways, I'm getting off track. The 4 is there. Another Age, not surprised. A lot of people love this game. Project Phantasma, not surprised. 2, not surprised. The one that surprises me If I would have told you I'm gonna make a community Armored Core list, if you would have asked me I'm making Armored Core community, and if you would have told me Nexus was gonna end up with the most often voted for in S tier, I would have been like, you're joking. You all know me, I flippin' love Nexus. Like, there's no qualms about that. And the reasons, a lot of you that watch my streams and my videos know I love Nexus. I have a hard time believing enough people voted Nexus in an S tier. Like, that seems nuts to me. Because I know a lot of people who loathe Nexus. First ACM fully biased. I can understand. Revolution carries the game hard. You're not wrong. The Revolution disc and the music. And the introduction of dual analog stick controls, which a lot of people love way more than the old tank controls. And in all honesty, the removal of Human Plus and making the individual lake parts have their individual functions actually matter again, I think was a big deal for a lot of people too. Never played Nexus? You should, Nesto. It's my personal favorite AC game. It's great. Oh, and tuning in Nexus is phenomenal. The first time you ever see tuning in the game, oh, tuning's so good. Flippin' love tuning. All right, and then the S Plus is not surprised, although there is a surprise in here for me in S Plus. And it's not 6, it's not Last Rave, it's not 4A, it's not Silent Light, it's not 3, it's not Mastery, it's not Verdite. The first Armored Core game? I wouldn't have guessed that. Don't get me wrong, I started with the OG2. I started with the original back in 97 on a demo disc. I get it. I understand. Like, this game is near and dear to my heart for a reason. I have a flippin' Armored Core channel because this game exists, okay? The most votes AC1 got was an S Plus is crazy to me. Crazy to me. Like, you talk about Nexus being voted an S, I never would have picked AC1 getting S Plus as the most votes it got. I mean, Bloom Boy, you're welcome to like the old controls. You're welcome to. My muscle memory for old controls is just gone. It's gone. Yeah, exactly, Griffin. That's exactly my point. It made each of the egg tip actually matter again. I've only missed 4 in the front and 9 breaker in Gen 5. I want to make up for it. The PS1 demo disc. Those are good old days. Yep, they were. All right, so let's see what the average votes. So this is just the most votes. Let's see after all of the votes were averaged together. Let's see where we ended up, shall we? All right, drum roll, please. And average vote. Wow. Whoa. Nothing made it into S Plus? Nothing? Whoa, hold up. After all the votes were cast, nothing made it into S Plus. Wow. Wow. That's incredible. That there wasn't enough consensus to not get a single game into S Plus. Not one. How? All right, you know what? Here, I'll take this. You know what? You know what that flippin' proves? There is a stinking huge variety of people who love the Armored Core series and love different entries for different reasons. Screw the consensus mindset. Everyone loves these games for different reasons, and it puts people in different places. Screw the quote-unquote objective viewpoint on this, and people's like, this game's clearly trash, this game's clearly better. The fact that nothing made it into S Plus proves to me that there is such a wide variety of people who love and don't love things. It just shows you how varied the tastes are and preferences are for the series. That's what that proves to me. Now, Ninebreaker being in B+, considering I had most votes at B, that means enough people voted for it above B that it got in B+. So congrats to Ninebreaker. You didn't get yourself put in the bottom tier. Way to go. Didn't make it in the bottom tier. All the Gacy games are peak. Is that Ninebreaker? Now, bottom two, again, that's kind of goes with most votes. 5 in Formula Front being there, not that surprising. This kind of makes sense. Like, I could see people doing that. I thought Formula Front was going to be A or A+ for sure after the averages were done. This makes sense, and this makes sense. So let's get to the A+ here, though. Another Age is at the end. So those of you who understand how this tier thing works, chat, the far left, the further you are left is the higher you rank in the tier list. So the fact that Armored Core Another Age is barely an A+ tier and almost pretty close to getting into A tier surprises me. I know a lot of people who stinking love Another Age. If people understand my gripes I had with it from the last stream, but a lot of people stinking love Another Age. Reunions are a diverse lot. Yes, we are. Extremely. Project Phantasma, I thought it could be up in A tier, A+. I'm not fussing with it. 4 being A+, not fussing with it. Another Age is your personal favorite, Mason? All right, yeah. I said I have my own gripes with it for a reason, but I also know people love it. The versus missions in this game are like top notch. Some of my all-time favorite missions of all time. Some of the most fun I have ever had in Armored Core is doing the versus mission in Another Age. Some of the most fun I've ever had is doing that. The Nexus managing to make it an A+, I find hilarious. Dude, this game gets so much hate online. You would think with all the public hate on Nexus, this wouldn't survive, but nope. It's an A+. Now, what I'm a little bit surprised at is Verdict Day didn't make it into S tier. Wait, whoa. I just noticed, okay, we'll get to that in a second. Verdict Day didn't make it into S tier. Close, the top end. But Verdict Day didn't get stuck into S tier, which as much as Verdict Day, especially nowadays, is liked, I'm surprised. But dude, 4 Answer didn't make it into S? What? What? Like the Fortune fanboys are insane. They're numerous and they're everywhere. The white glitz and the zoomies. I mean, they're everywhere. It didn't make it into S. White glit couldn't save them. Partially due to the fact how different generational jumps are paired with them. That is true. 6 understandable for S tiers for many people. 6 is all I know. That, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I do. 6 introduced a lot of people to the series, and I think that's why 1 is up here, is the fact that it's the original game. No glint is going to save them from the tier list. But yeah, but 4 Answer not making the S is generally, it's the very top of A+. It was close to getting into S, but it didn't make it. Armored Core 1 making it into S. Like, is this like a giant salute to 1? 1 is also available on PlayStation. That's a good point. The Gen 1 games have been released on virtual consoles, like virtual availabilities on PlayStation 3 and now 5 too, a couple times. That is true. But I wonder if this is like a salute to the OG. It must be S. But the fact that it's right in front of MOA. MOA is just in front of 1. Yeah, I think it's just respect. I kind of agree. Look at this chat. Next is 3. I understand that. 3 being here makes sense. 3 is a really good game. But it's got to be just, I said, it's respect to the original is what I'm thinking exactly. 3 being here, I completely understand. That means, according to rankings, your top 3, your 1, 2, 3. In third place, you have Last Raven. I said, as much hate as gets sometimes online, not compared to Nexus, but dude, a lot of people love this game, including myself. Armored Core 6 ending up here makes total sense. I didn't think there was a single world, despite all the hate a lot of old heads give Armored Core 6. I didn't think there was a single world where 6 doesn't get an S tier. Like, I don't see it happening. I don't. Despite its flaws, and it definitely has flaws. It has issues. Like, saying it doesn't have issues is a lie. It has problems. It definitely does. It was my camera was off of my thing. Give me a second. There we go. It definitely has issues. All right. But that being said, like, but the fact that 6 is not first is, you know, Chang just beat me to it by 2 seconds. Oh, hey, Bumsy. So AC6's issues. I don't have that much time. But yeah, but Chang makes a great point. 6 should be disproportionately voted for current audiences, as it's the most recent game that's been released. It's the most played by far of all the games in history, the most sold by far in history, and it's the only one a lot of people even know or even played before. And the fact that on this tier list, Silent Line beat 6. And most widely available, exactly. And most easy to access between different platforms. Yeah, exactly. Silent Line gets the overall 1 slot. Like, chat, if you haven't played Silent Line, you need to play it. Legitimately, my only gripe with Silent Line, in all honesty, is the final boss. That's it. That's it. My only gripe with Silent Line is the final boss is so lackluster. Everything else about it is great. Music, phenomenal. Part selection, absolutely outstanding. So many parts and so much variety. The mission selection and mission options, generally speaking, is really good. The final boss is garbage. The rest of the missions, most of them are really good and super fun and super well done. And challenging while not being unfair in most cases. The arena, seriously, there's the arena is like the biggest arena I think there is outside of MOA. And there's just a plethora of arena opponents that are decently challenging arena opponents too. And the extra arena, or the dual arena, we have, like, you know, you're doing 2v2, which is absolutely outstanding, something you never had before outside of the games, right? 2v2. And then that's not even including the AI training system, where you can train an AI to fight for you and build an AC and do what it's supposed to and send it out. Like, there's so much in this game. It's just content rich to no end. It's absurdly, there's so much in this game. It's at the point where I'm almost surprised it's a single disc. There's so much in this game. The only gripe that people have, which is true, is controls. Now, a lot of people using the classic 10 controls is very off-putting for a lot of people, and I understand why. But dude, with dual analog mods now on emulator, it's silky. If it would have had dual, dude, if this game would, I'm serious, if SO would have had dual analog sticks and would still be available today to play, I could see this outdoing AC6 as far as current players on Steam. If this had proper dual analog controls, was available on Steam, and you could play it right now, I could see people playing this more than 6. I could. If I were to script mods for AC6 to be 2v2, exactly. Exactly. It's the most feature-rich AC game on top of being the most consistent. Exactly. It's consistently good in a lot of places. Yeah. This being at the top doesn't surprise me. I feel like it kind of deserves it. But the fact that it actually got higher ranking than 6 is amazing to me. I never would have guessed this would have got higher than 6. Not with recency bias and everything else, the most widely available of 6. We need swap X and O. Need a little more than that, in my opinion, old Teasin. As I said, I've lost all muscle memory for the old tank controls. I'd have to play for a solid few weeks on the old tank controls to get used to them again, to be effective with them again. Like, my muscle memory, that is gone. As soon as Nexus came out with dual analog, I never looked back. Never looked back once. I can appreciate what the old tank controls could do and the interesting maneuvers you can do, the twitch dodging and stuff. There's a lot of the movement, nuance you can do with the old controls versus dual analog. I find dual analog just more intuitive and more comfortable. That's it. I already play it more than 6. Get retro even soon. Yeah, exactly. I always move sideways. Yes. So wow, I wouldn't have guessed that. It's also the only Armored Core with an official art of an AC on a snowboard. Well, the portable version. +1 to Silent Line. Way to get on a snowboard. I was the other way around. I got too attached to the old tank controls. Even in 4th-gen, I mapped my buttons to be as close to classic as possible. Dude, you tried to run classic tank controls in 4th-gen? That sounds horrendous. That sounds absolutely awful. My L button was basically taped down. Circle strafing, circle strafing, circle strafing. I'm looking up the promo art for you guys. 1 second. I'm looking it up. I'm looking for the actual original one. I'm not finding the original one. Wait, Nesta, are you saying that's not a shop? I thought that I'm kind of with Griffin on this one. I thought it was Photoshop too. I thought it was Photoshop too. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Here you go, Chad. That's what we're talking about. The Silent Line Portable. Who wants their AC with a Kurosawa and crow extensions, with stealth on a snowboard? That sounds terrifying. Armored Core snowboarding legends. All right. SSL tricky. Oh, I get that joke because SSX tricky. I get it. One of the best games on GameCube. 360 no scopes, literally. You know what? I might look up to see if that promo art was real or not. I might look into that. I thought it was a Photoshop too, but maybe I'm wrong. It feels like it would be, but maybe not. Who knows? That was the PSP era. Sony and people and game companies did some weird stuff during the PSP era. I took upgrade to the bother. There's actually a lot of good guides for that now, Bloom Boy. I don't know if you found them or not. They've done a lot of work to try to make it more accessible. They've tried anyways. At least the community's worked on it that way anyways. All right, so in honor of hitting 500 entrants, though, we're gonna be opening up this guy. This is the Armored Core Machine Sidebox. This was part of the 20th anniversary for Armored Core, and so I'm going to switch to the view here in a minute. There's the view here in a minute, where you guys can see what's going on here. Let's get this moved so you guys can actually see what's going on. All right. All right. I can flip it. There we go. That's probably better. You guys actually can see what I'm doing now. All right. All right, here we go. Here's the machine side box. Can I get my camera a little closer? Maybe. Not helping. All right. There we go. Machine side box. Passing 3.8 grade, period 3.8. Yeah, this was courtesy of From Chang many years ago as a present, which I still understand how in the world he got one in the first place. I don't know how much he spent. Been far too kind to me in my life over the years. Lament over the Helling Age. Nice time to be sentimental. But here's the box. We're going to open her up. Machine side. Got the metal book here. Coming up here. Set this to the side. You see my reflection. Hello. Here is the art book. Look at that nice embossed cover there. Armored Core Premium Visual Book. It was a lot. Don't tell me that, Chang. You make me feel bad already. Stop. It's shining. Take a look at some of these arts. Oh man, that iconic art right there, the classic. Yeah, look at that, chat. Look at that nonsense. Look at it. It's so pretty. Look at it. Yes, the factions. You got some like chrome and all that's good. They got Project Phantasma going here. Yes, more of the art. Resell for the 30th. They might go with a new one for the 30th. They had a 10th or 15th anniversary soundtrack. I wish I would have picked up back in the day. I got my heavy boys. Yeah. Dude, look at this art. Look at this, chat. Look at that art. Look at it. Look at that. I think it's only in this book, by the way. Look at that art. Sting and look at it. Incredible. All right, got all our factions, got our arena opponents. Yeah, the arena. Woo! Project has interest in the arena, which is nice. Massive arena. Yo, that render, holy. Yo, check. Can you see how insanely quality this render is? Look at that nonsense. Oh my word, the fidelity is nuts. Of course, you got the iconic screen from the FMV sequence. Ah, yes. Need a close-up of the guy's fingers switching the switch. You know, a nice close-up of them flipping the switch. That's what I needed in my life. What in the world? Ooh. The man. The myth, the legend. 9. And of course the arena. All the arena. Oh man, there's so many arena logos. There's so much arena. There's so many arena logos, check. There's so much arena in Massive Arena. We get the AC2. Ah, boy. Zeo. Got the blue Zeo. Yeah, they went for the art for sure. Yeah, they did. Launching. Oh, dude, that one. That one is insane. Look at that one. Oh, that's gorgeous. Chang, I just realized I never opened this before. How I never opened this, I don't know. However, since all these years doing it, I don't know. Maybe I was afraid of damaging it. This art is insane. Of course, I'm rushing up. That's from the FMV sequence. Speaking of 9. Now another age. Oh, the back-to-back? Yes, please. I like it a lot. And that's all we get. Wow, there's not much in there. Another age. Not much in the art department, I guess. We got a lot of square ones on this one. A lot of square piece from the FMV sequence. Ooh, I'm familiar with that one. I'm familiar with that piece of art. One of my favorites. I'm doing my best not to damage it, Balloon Boy. Don't worry, I'm being careful. I am being careful. AC3 love. Man, a lot of art in here for AC3. Nice close-up on the head parts. I like it. Got your arena opponents. Now we're to SL in 2003. Ah, yes, the iconic art. Looking off the distance. With a human, by the way. People often miss the fact there's a human sitting there. Some of these art pieces are in the soundtrack. Organized them, they're using the soundtrack art too. Yeah, more from the FMV sequence. Not a lot show off in the silent line. It's kind of sad. Nexus, my beloved. Yo, that zoom in on the head, man. So good. Like the articulation, like of the clear through see-through part, and the underpieces go hard. Oh, oh man, chat, look at that one. Oh, that's amazing. Wow. A lot of art in here for Nexus. A lot of Nexus art. Of course, all your opponents. Now we're to Ninebreaker. Yeah, I've seen these before. These have been around for a little while. These are the box coin figures. Ah, okay. Nice. So yeah, both Chang. Everyone picks it up like so fast. It's so funny. Ooh, that's a nice little back and forth cutout. I like that. That's nice. Some Zillows of the other season vault too. I like it. This is good. You beat Mason by 0.5 seconds. Yes, you did. And of course, all the logos and things of the different opponents and things you have in there in the corporations. Now, form of the front, which is nice. Chat, look, dude, can we just take a second to appreciate the art style and form of the front? Can we just appreciate the art style and form of the front just for a minute? Like, for real. Yeah, freaking clean is right. And Last Raven. Yeah, they're separated. Yeah, it is funny that they're separated. Like they're gapped out. Yeah. Or it's the the classic zoom in and shoot. The arm getting blown off. More things for the FMV sequence. And then the last logos is Jacko. Oh man, that was great. Real good. Really good. All right. Gotta be careful here. All right. So this. Whoa, what is this? Oh, it's the track list. That's cool. The track list has its own like little thing here. Yo, are these posters? Oh no, they're the Japanese game manuals. Oh, that's cool. Yo, nice. I like it. Then they have Armored Core 2. Yo, this artwork is sick, by the way, with the frame grid is so cool. My beloved AC2. Yep. Oh, it's so good. And what's the other one I have in here? Armored Core 3. Oh, this one got a little bit messed up. That's fine. And back when games had manuals. And of course, Last Raven. Nice. This is cool. I love this. Yeah, Chang, I think it's just because I always treat this like the holy grail of items, so I just kind of didn't want to touch it. I guess what it came down to. And they had game manuals. I bought a couple of these in the past, but they were not complete sets. Oh, okay. Oh, you thought that people use this for their manuals? Right, is there more in here? That's it, right? Oh, snap. No, I'm not. There's more. All right. Oh, yeah, the poster. The poster. Yo, chat. Can't really see it very well because it's going to be like huge. But you can get a nice zoom in look. Look at this, chat. Look at this insane diagram. Yeah, Zealous got his signed. I wish I would have taken mine to get signed. Look at this artwork, chat. Look at it. Bask in all its glory. So good. Yeah, I'll go a little sideways with it so you can kind of see a little more of it. Sick. This goes down here. This goes on top of it. This goes here. And that goes there. And then we get to the discs. Yeah, I want it on a shirt too. I thought the same thing when I saw it. Now the discs. There you go, chat. From Software 20th anniversary. I'm doing the reveal thing. There you go. And look at these limited edition discs. That is a movie archive, by the way. That is like FMV sequences and other things they have on here as well. That also include this includes the developers diaries, like interviews for a couple of things, if I remember correctly. Or on some of the videos here as well, or on the 20th anniversary disc. So yeah, that's cool. Alrighty, here's the best soundtrack. So it has a whole bunch of different soundtrack items on there. You ready, chat? Look at this. Ready? Look. It's a special edition Silent Armored Core Last Raven. See that nonsense? Special edition Armored Core Last Raven. Bring out a room. A special edition of Armored Core 3. Yes. These are playable games. A special edition. A special edition of Armored Core 2. And a special edition of Armored Core. How sick is this? Fold her up, nice and easy. Put it back in its sleeve here. You're like, all right, irresponsible purchase time. I'll put the sleeve back on her. What's actually interesting, by the way, what makes that super interesting too, is that the PlayStation 1 you saw for the original Armored Core is technically a PlayStation 2 disc with Armored Core 1 on it. How about that for odd? It's actually a PlayStation 2 disc with Armored Core 1 on it. In Japanese, of course. So good, chat. Oh man, I don't think there's anything extra in them as far as I'm aware. I'm correct on that, right, Chang, Mason? As far as I'm aware, there's nothing special on the discs themselves. They're just recreation discs that are reprinted with a different with the different laser engraving on the top. I think it's the exact same games. Is that correct? As far as I know. But yeah, the Armored Core Machine Sidebox. So I thought I'd do something a little cool and special for you all. Same as regular retail. So yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought since we got the 500 voters or 500 participants, I thought I'd do something special, something many people haven't seen before. Is these machine side boxes, what their contents, what they look like on the inside. I may someday decide to do like a really high detailed, like uber insane, like review of all the contents or something someday if I ever get like a really good video camera. But that among a million other things I would like to do. But yeah, I wasn't planning on making today too big of a stream or too long of a stream. I just planned on just having fun, showing something cool off to you all. I wanted to go over the tier list and react to it. I still can't believe Like, I still, by the way, download Days art of Rusty, which is awesome, by the way. I can't believe nothing made an S plus. I still can't believe nothing made it an S plus. Nothing got enough votes to get into S plus. Nothing. Like, I still can't believe that, to be honest with you. Seems insane to me. I do not make. I mean, was it 20th or was it 15th? Was it 20th? It was 20th. Okay, no. I wanted to get one, and I did not get a chance to pick one up. Unfortunately, I have been in financial straits for a very long time for a variety of reasons, and all my money goes to my family. All my money goes to my family. I pick off a little money here and there for personal things. Almost all my money goes to my family. I mean, Mason, if you really want to do that, that sounds, first of all, terrifying to ship that thing. So by all means, don't don't feel like you need to or have to, because I would feel horrendous if something happened to your copy. Like, I would feel absolutely miserable if something happened to your copy. Like, I would treat it like it's made of solid gold once I actually had it in my hands, but I'd be terrified of something happening to it. Don't get me wrong, I would love to check it out and look at it. I'd love to see it, like, get my hands on it and feel. I would love to. I mean, what's the going rate for that thing right now? Let's find out. What do we got here? Okay, there's 1,200. What else we got? 675. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, this one's 476. Do we have more in here? Here's a protector for $20 to put it in. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've ever get my hands on one of these. It was 400 at launch. Woof. Let me look that up real quick. The regular edition released at $167 US. The limited edition released at $268. Now that was in Japan. That's not including import fees and everything else. Still an insane price. Oh, did it? So if you actually managed to snag one from the pre-order from the get-go, it was only that much, but it basically sold out immediately and immediately went up in price. Got it. Okay. See, that makes sense. Scalpers. and mine tucked away, unopened, and protected in the corner. And the deluxe had a CD reader with Onfong on it? What? Hold up. Excuse me? Let me look this up. I gotta look this up. I gotta know. I can't find images of this. Hold up. Where is this? I cannot find pictures of the scanner thing. Oh, wait, whoa. I found it. Wait, right? Did I find it? I did not find it. Oh, it's in the original Japanese. Okay, here you go. This thing. Oh, that's disgusting. That is so cool. Oh my word. It was literally like a metal like CD reader with, oh my gosh. Insane. All the wonderful toys. Oh man. Like this set looks insane anyways. I'd love to go through it and look at it. The discs are amazing too. Gosh, man. It looks just like the Machines by itself, but except it's one for this. Wow. Man, I need it, but I'm poor. I know the feeling. I understand the feeling greatly. Okay, chat. I think I'm going to call it there. Thank you for coming along the ride with me. Thank you for going through as I go through my Machine Sidebox. That was fun to go through. So cool on the inside. Thank you for all those who participated in the voting. Appreciate those who votes. This is awesome. Kind of intrigued, but also kind of not surprised. We ended up like, getting it there. I like it. When that Nexus poster, you do that, Griffin. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being an awesome chat as always. Awesome as always. Until I stream next time, which I don't know, next week being a holiday might be tight. We'll see what happens. Might happen on Monday or Tuesday next week if I have time at all. And then, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I love Armored Core. See y'all later.